Hey, what's going on, guys? Double 18 Set Shadow here. So I've got good news for the player base on today's Market Watch. Price drops. Price drops everywhere. And especially among a few legendary cards that have been seeing some pretty good valuation over the last few weeks, but things are starting to cool off a little bit. And to start that off, we're going to take a look at one of the bigger cards that's still slated to be pretty good in the future, Dark Dragoon Forte for Dragoncraft. This card was selling for about $25 to $30 for a while, but recently it seems to have taken a dip down to about 20, the low 20s, and I recall seeing it under $20 for a few listings where you had a few at $18. There was even one at 13, but I'm pretty sure it had a higher shipping tag on that one. In any case, I feel like $20 is a pretty good price for this card, as it still sells pretty well at it. And even if you take a look at the available listings, once these two are gone, we're getting back up to 25, but we do have at least a few to hold the line there. So definitely pay attention to Forte, and if you can, I'd say picking it up at 20 is not too bad right now. Lucifer, on the other hand, is starting to look like he's going to see a bigger fall. Compared to Forte, which the legendary copy has 17 listings, Lucifer has 26 and has a base listing under 20 right now. If we take a look at the legendary in more detail, there are a lot of $20 and lower copies available, and even if you look at the first page, it doesn't exceed $23 anymore. So, and on top of that, Lucifer is not looking to see as much play when set 3 hits, I think. In set 2, you'll still see it in Ramp Dragoncraft in some cases, and maybe some other decks. But this card is going to be one of those that is more of, it's on a time limit for how long its value can sustain. And of course, we have the shop tournaments coming in August, which is in 2 days, so we'll have to see where that goes. Cerberus is another one that has been dropping off. I recall being able to sell this for $25 a few weeks ago, but listings have easily dropped under $20 for this one. The first page is almost all under 20 when you take a look. And then we do have a few $22 ones to wrap it up there. But sells have been 16, 17, 15 even. There have been $15 listings, and those got eaten up pretty quickly. So $15 is not likely to be... You're not likely to see this drop below $15, as it is still a good card to consider for a Bizcraft. Demonic Strike has seen a bit of a fallout. It was getting above $3 towards $4 for a little while, but it is still settling more around $3.50 instead for base prices. So, yeah, it's getting down there, but it's still used within Swordcraft as a 1 or 2 of, which is still one of the more popular decks to play. Although, it is a generic and a neutral, so you can play it in almost any deck regardless. Just keep that in mind. Path to Purgatory is also dropping off somewhat, where it was above $4 for a little while, but there are a number of listings that have come on the market for under $2, and otherwise you can pick them up for $3 after that. But it's another one that has just fallen off from its highs, and listings, we've got 22, so there's plenty available. Looking at a few other cards, Crazed Executioner, between its regular and its Evo form, is still one of those silver cards that's about $1 to pick up for an individual craft, and the foils are just above $2 right now, with their market prices splitting between where the Evo has the higher market price. Again, the weird scenario of the Evo being more expensive than the non-Evo, where when you see mostly legendaries, that's not the case. Shenron is another one where the foils for the Evo and the regular one are closer to the same price, but the market price on the base form is actually higher for this one. Although if you take a look at the base rarities, the regular version of Shenron is closer to $1, while its Evo is actually really cheap on a market price of 23 cents. So much easier to pick up on that front. But yeah, it's one of those cards where you do have to pay over $1 just to make sure you have both copies. Bellringer Angel had been falling down to $15 for its base version for just for a bit, but it's ramping back up, but with 27 listings, so there's still plenty available starting at $17 right now. And the foil version has been holding more so towards the $30 mark, even though I have been saying it's been jumping between 30 and 40. Why don't we take a look? Yeah, it's still doing that. A lot of listings sold for close to $40 a few days ago, but recently it's been falling off. And if we look at available listings, there are 2 at $30. Then we get to the low 30s for most of the front page. So it is dropping off a bit on the premium end, but yeah, Bellringer is still something that you'll have to keep your eye out for as it just keeps bouncing and bouncing. And to wrap up today's Market Watch, I want to go over the 3 big cards I pulled on my stream last Wednesday between the leaders and the ultimate that I got. And the biggest one of them is also the one that one of the ones I really wanted to pull, Ramina Crescent Beast, which is basically Almirage from this set as well. $130 is the base listing, and this card has sold as high as $144 recently. But there are listings at $130 right now, $140, and then it goes above that to $167 before going even higher to $175. Yeah, it's a pretty expensive leader card to pick up. The next one is the Rowan leader card, which is one of the cheaper leader cards to pick up as a foil. $50 seems to be the consistent price on this one, or I should say the low 50s in general. And then we go up to 70 after that, but I don't... Let me see. This one sells a little more sparsely in comparison, but it has sold for $60 before. But between this and Esmerdis, I believe those 2 are the lowest value leader cards that you can pick up right now. And finally, Sea Queen Otohime's Ultimate Rare is $36 right now and has 24 listings available. Yeah, I'm actually kind of surprised at how cheap this one is, given the artwork and given that the regular versions of Otohime had been seeing increases in value as of late, although those have also fallen out recently too, but it's still $10 for the regular legendary. Still, 36 almost feels low for this one. Maybe I am just appreciating the artwork on this too much, but yeah. I would probably pick up more copies if I was playing Sword, but I've got my 1 copy, so I'm satisfied. Thank you guys for watching. If you liked the video, please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys later.